on top just to give it that beautiful caramel tone. So having completed breaking up the entire interior of Cindy's hair, I've now switched to the gamma blades to get a connection from the lengths that I have in the back of Cindy's hair and working towards the length that I want to retain through the front, because I don't want to take any of this length off. I want to be able to get a really nice gradual transition from the length in the back and into the front. And so the gamma blades are perfect for this because they really give us that ability to get, to blend shorter textures into longer textures, and also allow us to be able to get a really beautiful velvety texture, so there's never a stop and a start to where we've started taking the hair and breaking it up, because you want to avoid any kind of a solid line. So coming in, there's part of my lengthen through the back perimeter shape. So I'm just going to work section by section forward towards this length that I have through the front. So coming in with my gammas, I'm just going to start breaking this hair up so that I remove some of the hair into the back, and I get that nice transition into the length that I want to keep through the front. So you can see how you have so much control over being able to connect short lengths into long lengths. So when you're using these types of tools, you can cut areas very, very short, you can leave things really long, and you can do anything in between, because you always have the perfect tool to get the best texture and the best connection when you're working with the RUSK blades. So you can see how I have that nice connection from the length in the back, gradually coming into the length in the shoulders and into the front. So it's a very gentle transition, very soft, it's very sexy. And then just into the front here, just looking at the perimeter, I'm just going to break this up here a little bit as well, because you don't want to have stringy pieces. You want to have some density in that hair. So just visually looking at the areas that just need to be fine-tuned, I'm just going to break this up, removing that stringy piece through the front, so that I create a little bit of density through that hair, a little more control. So I don't even actually like calling these thinning blades, because I don't think that they thin the hair. I think that they just give you that perfect texture and support. And you can see this really nice chunkiness all through the front of this haircut. And this nice transition from the shortness into the length that we wanted to keep through the front. And I'm going to come and do the exact same thing on the other side. All right, so here's my finished look on Cindy, and here's one of the things that I think is really important. This hair, if she does absolutely nothing with it, will dry like this. On its worst day, this is what it'll look like, and it's absolutely fabulous, fabulous shape. You'll notice that Cindy has just a little bit of natural movement, a little bit of natural sort of animation in her hair. So with finishing her hair, what I've decided to do is work with her natural movement and create a lot more sort of texture and sort of more of a playful kind of textured, animated type of feel through her haircut. So to do this, I'm going to be working with a series of products that are from the RUSK Curl Silk line of products. And I'm going to start with the Curl Silk Texture Control Mist. This is an incredibly amazing energizer that'll allow me to be able to really create a lot more animation in that hair, and it'll allow me to really get a lot of control over the hair. One of the nicest things about this too is that it's very, very lightweight, so you can use a lot of it. You can blow dry with it, you can reactivate the hair with it, which I'll probably be doing later on, in order to really get the best finish. So spraying it all the way throughout the hair. It contains silk proteins and silk peptides, and it's an incredible line of products that addresses the 3 primary problems that are associated with clients who have wavier and textured hair. The first being, of course, frizziness. So every single product in the Curl Silk line allows you to get amazing control over the hair and obliterates the frizziness. The second most common problem that we see with curly hair is dryness. So again, with the silk proteins, it allows us to be able to put a lot of moisture into the hair. And then of course, control. So once you have the moisture, once you have control over the frizz, then guess what? The hair is more controllable and manageable as well. So the second product that I'm going to layer on top is the Texture Control Mousse. And this is going to give me a lot of volume, a lot of control, and a great amount of hold in her hair, yet still leaving the hair very soft and pliable. So shaking the can up really well and dispersing quite a bit into my hand. You can see it has this really beautiful foamy consistency that really lets me sort of break it down and work with it. So it's a light product. I'm just going to break it down in my hands. And I'm going to work it all the way through Cindy's hair. And it's going to give me the support that I need to create a lot more of a loopy type of romantic, sort of sexy shape with a little bit of attitude in her hair. Squeezing this all the way through. And I'm going to use a fair amount of this mousse. Again, it's very light and the consistency is so beautiful. Breaking it down in my hands. And just squeezing it right through to the hair. So you really want to play up the attitude that her hair naturally has. You can start seeing all of this movement in the back that she has naturally. So it just has a very natural look to it. Just pushing this mousse all the way through. You want to keep the hair flatter all through the perimeter, but you really want to be able to get a lot more energy through the ends and a lot more animation and loopiness in this hair. And working with Rusk haircuts, you know, when we create all this texture and movement in the hair, it really gives us the ability to really play up natural texture and have a lot of fun with it. I'm going to come in and just squeeze this hair so that I create that animation. When you're working with looks that have a lot more sort of movement in it, like what I'm doing here, you really want to keep that hair completely in control as you're working with it and shake it out when it's completely dry. It's very different than working with straight looks where you're really stretching that hair out all the time. Working with a little more of the energizer. So as you can see, we have beautiful loopy animation all through Cindy's hair, and we've achieved this by using the combination of the Texture Control Mist and the Texture Control Mousse from the Curl Silk line. So you have this beautiful, beautiful look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just work with one more product from the Curl Silk family, and this is the Texture Control Blast. And this is an amazing product to be able to give even more loopy type of separation in the hair and give it a really nice, soft sort of texture as well. So spraying a fair amount right into the hair. Now working with my blow dryer again and my diffuser, I'm just going to squeeze it and just squeeze this right into the hair. And what you'll see is that it just takes on an incredible shine, and at the same time, any frizziness that may be in the hair is completely obliterated. So just gently squeezing in, and you can actually work with this product too by twisting it around, roping it around. It makes the hair very, very flexible. So it's a lot of fun. Not only on naturally wavy looks, you can use this on all types of curly hair, whether it's curled with an iron, but this just gives you that really edgy kind of look and separation of the hair. If you look at this, it has that really nice animated pattern all the way through here. And again, you know, the color is so great because when you're working with wavier shapes, strong color always makes it look even better. Just working with a little more blast, spraying it in through the bottom lengths, and then just